Welcome to Grow Overload. We have the Gigabyte B650I Aorus Ultra motherboard. We're going to take a look at. I picked this up from Micro Center for $249. It's a good. I think it's a pretty good price entry for an ITX board. If this is something you're looking for, uh, there was some other ones that jumped up to $279. There wasn't a enormous selection of ITX at Micro Center, but see here I took off the tag and they had it at a slight discount at $249. And since this was the cheapest one, that's what we're going to deal with today, and we're just going to unbox it. Right, there's nothing much to the box, but they did have a little bit of motherboard here. But here is kind of some of the specs that you're going to have. You have a PCI 5.0 M.2 slot, Wi-Fi 6E. You have an 8+2+1 phase, and then you have full coverage on the MOSFETs and stuff. And if you can see that down there, if it focuses, if not, um, well, it'll be up there, and I'll kind of read it, but it's just says AM5 processor support, PCI Express is 4.0 by 16 for your PCI slot, HDMI display port, and USB-C for display with DisplayPort alt mode. You have dual channel DDR5, 2 DIMMs, 4 SATA, 1 M.2 Gen 5, and 2 M.2 Gen 4s. You can have SSD or SATA RAID, my bad, SATA RAID of 0, 1, and 10. You have your audio on here is your ALC 480. You have an Intel 2.5 gig NIC. You have USB on here. Different ones there. You have 3.2 Gen 2 by 2. Oh man, you can go look that up. I'll post a link. There's actually 3 different versions of this board, as well as 802 wireless AX, which is Wi-Fi 6. So, we'll jump in here, and it's packed quite nicely. So, uh, that's quite nice, and we'll come back to the box. We'll look at the motherboard first, because that's what I'm interested in. It's got some nice heft to it, and they taped it up really well. So let's see here. This is the motherboard, and as you see, you have your PCI slot there. You have your 2 DIMM slots down here, and you got your power, USB. That I'm not seeing off the. That's a 4 little pin there. I don't know what they're doing. You got your socket here for your AM5 socket. Let's see, your 8-pin up here, your CPU fan, it looks like up there. So that's the basics before we dive into it a little bit deeper. That's nice. That's going to be easier to undo if you do that. That's just your USB-C down there. So not too bad. Now this is your front panel card. Well, we'll have to look at that, but let's see. So on the back here, you got Wi-Fi. You got your Q flash if you're interested in that. And then you have 2 USB 3.2s. Looks like something is in there. Okay, it just fell out. Then you have your 2.5 gig NIC. You have your USB-C plus display port and 10 gig on there. So that's your USB-C there. You got your mic. You got your line out. USB as well. This is your BIOS USB 3.2, and then you have display port and HDMI on this. And what's nice is that this is all integrated, so you don't have to forget it. But let's take a look at this here. Let's see. Everyone enjoyed the last one I did that actually took this apart, which I can see. That can be nice to know how everything looks underneath here. And there is a sticker on there. This is going to be going to a computer if you guys are interested, an 8700G. So be on the lookout for that build. And these are some long screws. And let's see what we got here. So this is on a fan. You see that little header there. And Let's see here. This is, oh no, that's not, that's just together as keyed. So I'm actually not going to fully take that out. It's just going to be a pain. So you have your M.2 here. Is this just one of them? And does this come out again? Okay, before we go do that, let's take these 4 out. These long ones, and then there's a small one up here. Hopefully I don't lose these. So on the back of here you got a little pad. Let's move that up. A little pad there, and you have this, which looks like it's part of the heatsink. So this is one M.2. They said 3, right? Well, I'll just set this here. It looks like there's another one there. So let's take this off. Hope that you all enjoyed me taking it apart before I get to put it together. Yeah. But yeah, if you're looking for an ITX board, you know, there's the MSI one, which was a little bit more, and I was like, well, you know, I could go down that route, but I, you know, didn't necessarily want to spend more money. So I went with this one, which is $30 cheaper than the MSI one. Both have an active fan, and I was also looking for something with 4 SATA ports, which this one we'll get into. So you have one M.2 slot there, and then I'm gonna put this back on. Just be careful. So, oh gosh, this is gonna be fun. So, oh, I knocked it out. Oh, well, I guess I'm putting this back on later. So just be careful when you take this off, right? You got to take this little blue thing off. You're going to populate that M.2. And then this is some thermal pads there. And I'm going to set this off to the side now that I've dropped all these screws all over the place. So, where does this screw go to? No, maybe I can put this back on to hold it together. Dropping screws all over the place. Let's see here. Well, we got 2 screws in. That'll be good enough. As we flip this back over. So now, what do we got here? I'm guessing we got another M.2 someplace in here. So we have, and just so you know, while we're looking at this, you can see in there's a little port as well. That doesn't really go to this. This is just a heatsink with a fan. As you can see the fan there. So does this just unscrew here? Well, why is this not coming out? Let's see. Let's take a look here. Oh, this is nice. You see that? That's the quick latch for this. So, and then you have a little button there. Let me take a look at that. Okay, I took a better look at this, and we have to pry up this. These 2 screws can come out for your M.2 as well, and then to get to the other one, you take this out, and then you have another M.2 there, as well as on the bottom of this. So this piece has 2 M.2s there, so that's your total of 3, the one in the back and then 2 right here. Now, just while I have this off, just so you can see here, the rev of the board is down here. This is rev 1.1. Now there's rev, or 1.0. There's also rev 1.1 and 1.2, if you can kind of see that. Yeah. So there's this. This is now off. I can put this back on if you like. They just line up, and then you just push them down. I think that's everything. And then you go like this, and then these long screws should just fit in and just screw down. And you also get the fan here. So that is the motherboard right there. We're going to get back to this in a second. Let's take what else is in the box, because I'm guessing what's in the box is going to pertain to similar stuff in the motherboard. So we have what looks to be a front panel connector. Yeah, that's a front panel connector, if you can see that. I'll get my screwdriver out of the way. So you can see all the colors in there. Blurring, but that plugs in. That's actually a nice way to do it because these are such compact motherboards. You also have USB. That's also kind of cool how they did that. Just a USB cable, so it has a small end, and then it goes to normal USB headers. This is a fan header. So some of those small connectors are fan headers. You have an Aorus thing. I'm sure my kids would like to stick that there. You have another standoff for an M.2. You have your wireless. You have, this is the thing that we're going to want to really see. You have another fan header here. So all those little small headers there go to this is a fan header. There's also something here. I don't know what it is. And this is a M.2 screw, I'm guessing, in there. So that's all we kind of have there. But let's go back to, here's two set of cables, which, I bought this board for. So this is going to update my Plex server, which has all those SATA drives. So that's what I want it for. So getting back to here, let's open this up. The other stuff, the fan headers and stuff and the front panel, they should all connect pretty easily. But this is the interesting part to me. So what we have here is come on, let's focus. You see that? That is their SATA connectors. So it is what they call a front card. And they have a whole bunch of stuff here. Does this also have the front panel connector? So I'm sorry for bumping the camera. Trying to open it up. But let's see here. So this is, yeah. This looks to fit. Yeah, so this looks to fit right there, I think. Yeah, that fits right in there. So this is your front panel connector, and then this looks like it's just going to go right in there. Okay, so there, let's move that out of the way. So what you see here is it's got to click in, and it clicks in, and that locks in. So that is pretty cool. So that locks in, and now you have all your 4 SATAs. It's a tight clearance here to the USB-C side, but I think that's doable. This is ITX board, so there are a lot of tight clearances. It looks like these are some of that might be the USB set. This is, let's see. This is where the manual will be coming helpful. So if you have any questions, just look at the manual. But you have your USB 3.2 there, USB-C, power, 12 volt power, and that's kind of it for this board. Quick little overview there. Looks like there's a fan header there, so one on this board and one right there. Yeah, you have a lot of different options here. The tiny little board, but they packed a lot on. So let me know if you have any questions about this board here. This is the Gigabyte B650I Aorus Ultra AM5 board. It doesn't really have a lot of audio options on here. So if that's something you're looking for, just be aware of that. You don't have too much here. It does have Q flash, BIOS flashback. This does support the 8000 series and the 7000 series, and hopefully BIOS updates will allow that to go to whatever AMD comes out next. But this is the motherboard. Let me know if you have any questions, comments about this board. If you've had any success or any issues, let me know. And until next time, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Post this video, watch another one of my videos. It really does help out the channel. And until next time, God bless.